I'm going to just talk about improvising on the melody of a swing tune. So say we're doing DINAH, which is in the key of G. So we would keep in mind what's the G scale. So it's G major, G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G. You keep on going up an octave. G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G. Or keep on going. G, A, B, C, D, C, B, A, G, F sharp, E, D, C, B, A, G, F sharp, E, D, C, B, A, G. So the one chord of DINAH, of any song that's in the key of G, the one chord would be the G chord, which is the G triad, which is G, B, and D. 1, 3, 5. 1, 3, 5. So you have the first chord is a G chord. 1, 3, 5. G, B, D, G, B, D, G, B, D, D, B, G, D, B, G, D, B, G. It's good to be able to say those notes as you play them, so you know for sure you're going to do the one chord to start out, and then the A sections of DINAH have really basically two chords, the one chord and the 5 chord. So if the one chord is the G, which are G, B, D, G, B, D, G, B, D, D, B, G, D, B, G, D, B, G, then that's the one chord. So how do we find the 5 chord? Count up G, A, B, C, D. So the 5 chord is the D chord, which has the triad of D, F sharp, A. So if I were going to spell out the D chord, which is also called in this case a D7 because it has a C natural in it, which is just adding, you're going to add the half step flat natural of the key to that chord. So actually it's in the key, it's the natural C in the key of G. Sorry, that sounds confusing. So anyway, the D chord is a D7 in DINAH. So I'm just going to build it from the bottom. A, C, D, F sharp. Really, because it's a D, F sharp, A is the core of the chord, right? So D, F sharp, A. So I'm just starting the chord down below on an A. I'm adding that C, so I'm going to go A, C, D, F sharp, A, C, D, F sharp, A, C, D. And then come down D, C, A, F sharp, D, C, A, F sharp, D, C, A. So if you're going to actually play that chord in sort of 3D, you could play it any number of ways. So there you go. You've already got the first. You've got the first A, the second A, and the last A are primarily these 2 chords. So I'll just chunk through it. It would be 1, 2, key of G, DINAH. Is there anyone finer in the state of Carol D chord? If there isn't you, G chord to D7, G, 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 G. I would love to sit in D7, D7 back to G. I'll do all that again. G, 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 D7, D7, G, 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 up to D7, D7, D7 back to G. So if I were going to play the melody, it might sound like this: 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's really simple, but so say I'm going to sing it. No. It's nice to be able to sing. You want to know the chords, the melody, and the words, if at all possible, on any tune you choose to do. So I'll be able to go DINAH, 1, 2, 3, 4. DINAH. As the rain they run finer in the state of Carolina. If there isn't, you know her. Why don't you show it to me, DINAH? If you take size way was kind of bad. Dinah, is there anyone finer in the state of Carolina? If there isn't, you know her. Why don't you show her to me, Dinah? With your Dixie eyes blazing, how I love to sit and gaze into the eyes of Dinah Lee. So say I'm going to improvise on that melody. If I play it, I'm going to stylize it. So I'm going to kind of take a little bit of liberties, but because I know what the chords are, I'm going to be able to move around the melody notes and also maybe mix in some of the chord ideas. So I might go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm basically just playing notes from each of those chords. So I could also do, say I was going to improvise those 8 bars, I might go. G, D, G, G, D, G. Okay, so that's kind of the idea of how you might stylize a melody on a swing tune. So now I'm just going to fool around a little, but I'm going to try to stay just with the 3 notes of each chord. On the D7 chord, I'll use that C natural, but this is all I'm doing is I'm only using those 3 notes on the G chord, and I'll use just the 4 notes on the D7 chord, and you do the same. Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Again. D, G. I also have to confess, I threw in the E on the G chord several times, which is actually kind of a cool color for swing tunes, and it's very common. It's the 6, so it has this kind of bright, neat sound that goes. When you hear that, that's the 6. So the G is with the E in there. When you hear that, that's the 6. Here's the plain old G. Here's the G with the 6. So now you play it. I'll just play rhythm for you on the first 2 A's of Dinah. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Again. There you go. Okay, well, I just watched the first part of what we did, so that's good. That'll get you started on the A parts of Dinah. And so I just wanted to briefly do the bridge. And this is a fairly simple swing tune, but what the bridge does, it basically goes to the E minor. So it's like, we have the beginning, which goes, Dinah, is there anyone finer in the state of Carolina? Yes, you know her, why don't you show it to me, Dinah? With your Dixie eyes blazing, how I love to sit and gaze into the eyes of Dinah Lee. And then it goes to the bridge. Every night, why do I say, well, I, Dinah, na, na, it's like, every night, why do I shake with my... Wait a minute. It's a descending E minor chord. Okay. I can't really sing and play that together, but I'll just sort of count it. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Here, I'll just so you can see my fingers. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's it's this descending line, and then it basically cuts the time through the descending line in half, and then it goes to an A7 to a D7. So it's like A, B. So that's a very common line in swing music, like an early swing. So it's I don't know if you can see my fingers. So it's like, every night, why do I change? Well, every night, why do I change? Not doing a very good job of that. So the melody on the bridge is every night, why do I shake with fire? 'Cause I know my things are not about me. Every night, why do I shake with pride? 'Cause my dynamite change your mind about me. Every night, why do I shake with pride? 'Cause my dynamite change your mind about me. So if you're playing this and someone's like, what does the bridge do? You can say, it's just an E, it's an E minor chord descending. And then double time. A7 to D. And then you're back at the beginning. That's basically the entire tune. So just for the bridge one more time, it's like I've got my B finger on the G string, and I've got my E finger on the D. So I'm going, moving that E down on the D string to open, and then I'm going an E and a C sharp. I'm doing that again. That's an A7 to a D. We didn't really talk about the A7 yet, but it is also called the 2 chord. And so if we're in the key of G, how do you know what chord it is? Well, count up from 1 to 2. G to A. So it has 3 notes in the core of it. A, C sharp, E, A, C sharp, E, A, C sharp, E. But since this is an A7, we're going to put that G in there too, which is natural to the key of G. So we're going to go A, C sharp, E, G. That's that sound that you hear. A, C sharp, E, G, A, C sharp, E, G. So on the chord, on the bridge chords, we're going to go E. Again. A7, D7. So A7, D7, A7, D7, A7, D7, A7, D7. So that sounds like the A7 chord, D7 chord to G. A, D, G, 2, 5, 1. A, D, G. So the bridge again. chunk through the entire progression and you play along. And then that's going to have to do it for today. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Here comes the bridge. Bridge one more time to the last 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go.